and welcome to Talking to the Dead. My name is Janet Kubik. So I'm coming to you today from sort of an interesting energy. The word that I've been given for this energy is discombobulated, or at least that's how I'm feeling in this energy. It's likely very important for us to be engaging with this energy for this particular episode because I feel like there is message in it. So we're going to explore that for a minute and see exactly where it takes us. It's a sense for me that the energies are very chaotic right now. It would be lovely to sit down to film an episode and, have peace and quiet and be able to focus and concentrate. However, in my own world today, that's not the way things have been at all. There's a lot going on, people in and out, a lot of different emotions flying around today. And it's interesting trying to sort of hone in and let all of that fall away and come back to that center, come back to that grounded place of calm. And I'm kind of hearing just like, no, it's okay. It's okay. You can still do what you need to do. You can still move through your day, even though all of this chaos seems to be happening around you. And it's not even just seems to be, my guide is saying, she says it is. It is. It literally is. There is chaos right now. That chaos is happening on an energetic level. And then, of course, what's happening on the energetic level, she says, is being very much reflected in our circumstances, in our physical world, in humanity, and what we're seeing in the news and what we're experiencing when we go to work and in our own homes. So I just had a little catch in my throat. I'm not sure if you were able to catch that, but I did. And I'm going to see if there's any particular message in that. Often when things are happening sort of what I would say in maybe my throat chakra area, there's usually message connected to it about speaking our truth or speaking our piece. I think what my guide is sort of bringing forward at this time is the idea of just being able to be authentic. So being able to come to you today as a human being who is also experiencing these chaos energies that are swirling around us at this time, and knowing that it doesn't need to be perfect. I don't need to be in a situation. You don't need to be in a situation. We as a collective don't need to be in a situation where everything is calm and everything is perfect around us in order to be able to be okay. We can find ways to sort of hone in, center in on ourselves so that the chaos can exist and we can still manage our way through it. So it's funny because as I say that, in my own physical surroundings while I'm talking to you today, things are shifting and changing. People are moving through, there's stuff going on. And as I said, it would be nice if it was just calm and peaceful and I was able to just have this time to myself with you. But that's just not the case today. And it feels to me like Spirit is saying that may not be the case for a while. For us as humanity, we're really in some turbulent times at the moment. They're also saying that as much as this podcast is being filmed right at this current time, that this is sort of a timeless message in that the energies of the world are always shifting and changing. And now I'm interjecting and sort of saying, I hope that maybe moving forward, there will be times where the external energy isn't quite so chaotic because it is really taking a toll on a lot of us. And I am sort of getting a sense of reassurance from Spirit that that is the case, that these are really heightened times energetically as the old sort of paradigm is coming up for review is how they're bringing it forward. And all of those things need to have sort of a spotlight shone on them. The things that are causing the chaos, the things that need to be felt in a chaotic way in order to shake them loose and shift them and change them, let them go and welcome in a newer, calmer energy. One that will continue to rise and fall, my guide is saying. But ones that will not be quite so traumatic to endure. This is my guide who is coming forward right now. And if you've been with us before for previous episodes, I have introduced her, and her name is Myrtle. And she has been with me for my entire life, just like we all have guides who are with us for our entire lives. But I really came to know her as I began to move through this process of soul awakening that I talk about and that I'm still enduring. So Myrtle is an incredible guide, and she speaks to me frequently, multiple times a day. When I ask, she's always there, and she's full of great wisdom and has shown up many times on the podcast to offer that wisdom and share with us. So she is the energy that is present today and bringing forward these messages. And what she's asking me to share right now is that they understand, and when she's saying they, to me, it feels as though she's referring to spirit or the spirit realm. They understand what we're being asked to handle at this point in time. As the world is transitioning, as we are evolving, spirit is very aware of the toll that we as human souls are being asked to bear as we move through this process. And she's coming forward with just a beautiful offering of gratitude, of acknowledgement for those of us who are feeling alone or feeling like these challenges are just too much to bear at times. She says, know that you entered into the human experience at this particular time in humanity's evolution, knowing on a soul level that this is the time of chaos we would be moving through. And we all have the strength within us to move through these times. And she says, one of the reasons why people like me, for example, are having the opportunities in our lifetimes to tune more into the spiritual realm is so that they are able to step more forward into our experience in order to offer greater support at this time. And she says, as much as we are referencing Janet at this time as someone who has this connection to the spiritual realm, she says it is not solely her own connection. Everyone has this connection innately within their human being. Janet's is perhaps more highly developed than others through her efforts as well to develop these skills and abilities, or this connection, more simply put. However, we all, you all, have the opportunity to communicate and connect with each other, to tap into the support, the vast support that is available for you all as you continue to walk in the human experience, and especially during these very chaotic times. Know, my friends, that we are with you, your loved ones who you feel you have lost or who have indeed left the physical world, guides who walk with you on a daily basis, angels, and more. We are here walking with you in this human experience that you are enduring at this time. And yes, I choose the word enduring, my friends, as it is a challenging time in humanity. Please know that we are with you. You each have your own spirit team who are supporting and guiding you at this time and always. Know you are loved, know you are blessed, and indeed we are walking with you. In love and light, my friends. Amen. So often when I communicate with Myrtle, that's sort of a sign off that we have kind of come up with together, where she will say, in love and light, my friend or my friends, depending on who she's addressing, and then she closes out with amen. And that's simply something that she and I have sort of come up with together in order to understand sort of when the transmission is complete, or when her message has come through, she said what she's needed to say, and or she's willing to or wanting to take a pause in that moment. So again, just to give you a little more insight into this relationship that I have forged with spirit and my guides, and to give you an idea of what it's like for me, and you can see how that's reflected in your own experience. You can try various things. You can try different options for communicating with spirit. So I think in me sharing, it just gives you maybe some suggestions of what you can try. However, there's multiple other ways for you to form that relationship. And really it comes down to your own personal feelings and choice and intuition, again, which is, I think, very much what Myrtle's talking about today, tapping into that part of us, that feeling part of us, that intuitive part of us, that part of us where we sort of choose to kind of quiet the mind as much as we can in the moment to allow sort of our heart energy to step forward and to speak from there. So with that said, I almost thought I saw the wrapping it up sign, and then it's funny, it felt like it popped in and then it kind of popped back out again. So I'm going to give myself a moment or two and spirit a moment or two to decide or determine if there are any other messages that they feel that they want to bring forward at this time for all of us that are here in this moment, whenever this moment finds you, because again, these messages really are timeless, as she's saying. It does feel like there is another energy who is stepping in. So I'm trying to take a moment now to identify who that energy is. It feels like a male energy. It actually feels to me like the energy of who we would refer to as Jesus Christ. So that's a big one. I'm going to go with it and see where it takes us. The idea of sacrifice is being brought forward. And perhaps that's why the energy of Jesus Christ is coming into the picture. We are learning as a society that we are best to move away from the concept or idea that's being embedded within us, that sacrifice is the best means of achieving our goals or of creating a healthier, happier state of being. This indeed, my friends, has become an old part of the paradigm, of the old paradigm. This is a very prominent concept. Sorry, I had to do a big swallow there, which is really interesting, but it's a very prominent concept in today's current society, and one that Spirit is working very diligently at this time to help to shift or rewire or rewrite within our consciousness as a humanity. Sacrifice was indeed a tool, a valuable tool in our learning and our growth as a collective, as a human species. However, there comes a time when the clothes that we wear often become ill-fitting and outdated. And it is time to shed those clothes and indeed go shopping. It's kind of cute, for new ones. And humanity is currently in a time of shopping where we are realizing that the clothes that we've been wearing for a very long time have become worn out, or we're not able to get them clean anymore. We've grown and they're just ill-fitting, as I think this energy said. And we need to do some shopping, some trying on of new clothes / is how I see it, ideas, concepts, ways of being, ways of thinking about this existence and how we function within it. And indeed, my friends, sacrifice is one of those pieces of outdated clothing that we're really needing to re-examine. Is this a piece of clothing that I am willing to, as a human, continue to hold on to? Do I need to take it off? Do I need to set it aside in the closet for some time? Or do I simply need to donate it and remove it from my existence? And it's funny because when she says donate it, she's kind of like, you're not donating it to give it away to someone else. Like we know donating in our existence. She's simply referring to the idea of putting it out into the universe, out of our own existence or our own circumstances. And she says, in doing so, they will receive it. Spirit will receive it, and then they will transmute the energy from a denser energy to a lighter, more positive energy if we choose to, quote unquote, donate the concept of sacrifice. She says, this is indeed, my friends, a big one. And we will likely speak to it on many more occasions. But she felt today, she says that she wanted to introduce this concept to those who are listening, because again, it is one that needs some massaging, needs some time to move through, because it is so embedded, sorry, I think is what she said. Embedded didn't sound right. So embedded in our consciousness as human beings. So she says more work is to be done along these lines, but she wanted to plant a seed, so to speak, something that we can start to feel upon, rather perhaps than think upon. She's sort of offering the idea of feeling upon what she has shared today. She says she wants to refrain from calling it homework because not a lot of people, I mean, some people don't mind homework, but a lot of people are not super fond of homework. So she's kind of refraining or restraining, I can't remember which is the right word, but from bringing up the term homework. But she's also sharing with you, this is Myrtle, by the way. She is also sharing with you a bit of her sense of humor, because she does have a great sense of humor. So she wanted to bring that forward and also kind of lighten the mood before we do wrap it up. Now I'm getting the sign for today. So that was a lot. I hope everyone's doing okay out there. Always, no matter when this finds you, I hope you're doing okay. I hope that you can find some peace in chaos whenever you find yourself in it, whether it's now or another time. I hope that you can find some inner peace, even if the world around you feels like it's kind of falling apart. So with that said, again, I'm getting the sign, wrap it up. So I'll say thank you so much for checking in. Goodbye for now.